Hello, budgeting friends. Hello. Happy holidays. Welcome back to Managing Mona's Mola. I am Mona. Welcome if you're new. I'm happy that you are here. This channel was established in March of 2023 to document my mortgage payoff journey, paycheck to paycheck budgeting, cash stuffing my day-to-day cash envelopes, and cash stuffing some savings challenges along the way. So I am happy that you are here. Today I have a video. I'd like to seek your advice and your thoughts. I was doing a little bit of reading online, and I'd like to get some feedback from all of you who may have gone through this before. So as a tiny reminder, I did pay off my mortgage loan in November. So I am officially debt free. I am mortgage free. So very, very exciting that I was able to meet that goal in 2024. So now as I reflect on 2024, I'm very grateful that I was able to meet that goal. I was able to meet a second goal, which was to complete my 100 envelope savings challenge. So 2 goals completed. I'm very happy. So today though, I would like to talk a little bit about my mortgage. So I have paid off the loan, but now what? What do I need to expect? What do I need to think about? So I'm going to write down 6 different items that I really should be thinking about, and I'd like to get your advice if I am missing something I need to think about or inquire about with a lender. So I have not received anything to date. I paid off the loan, but I have not received any correspondence or next steps from the lender. So I'm going to jot down some ideas that I read online, and hopefully you can offer some clarity or some advice on what I should do, because at this point I just do not know. So let's get right into this. But before I do, I would sincerely like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year coming up. I am so excited about spending time with family, doing some baking. I was sharing with Sita on the other day about baking some banana nut bread, and I just love to bake because it makes the house smell so good. Everything from stews and soups to baking cookies. I love this time of year. I have a lot of time off from work, so I'm able to do that. So I hope you enjoy your time as well. Reflect on the year and how good things have been, how I am just so blessed. God has blessed me and my cup runneth over. So just wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude to my Creator for even allowing me to get this far in life. So let's get into these 6 items that I'd like to share with you to see if I'm missing something, if you have any recommendations. So let's get into this. So this has been my trusty workbook for the last couple of years. And I'm going to jot down some ideas on what I need to think about. Now that I paid off my loan, what do I need to do? What are my next steps? So, as far as I know, one of my next steps is to be on the lookout for a canceled promissory note. So, I'm going to put So I'm not too sure what this even is. I probably signed it at closing, I'm guessing, back in 2015. But I was reading that it should be sent to me by the lender. So I'm going to look out in the mail, email, something that's related to this canceled promissory note. I imagine it's the lender stamping something or sending me a letter, a formal letter that it's been paid in full. That's what I suspect. I'm not too sure. So then the second item that I was reading about was a formal loan payoff letter. Now, when I was reading about this, I think it is where it's an itemization of all the interest that I paid over the years and what exactly went to principal, what exactly went to interest over the course of the loan, and that it has been paid off. So I suspect that that's what this loan payoff letter is. It's a formal letter saying, yes, we acknowledge as a lender that you've paid it in full, and this is the itemization and the breakdown of everything that I paid over the course of the loan. That's what I was understanding. So the third item that I need to be on the lookout for is a deed of reconveyance. Deed of reconveyance. Now, from what I understand, this is just another acknowledgement by the lender that their records show I've paid the loan in full and that they are releasing any liens on the house that may exist, that they're relinquishing any legal interest in the home and formally acknowledging in this letter that they no longer have that financial interest or legal interest in the property. So that's what I understand that is. And if you have any thoughts about what any of these are so far, please let me know. Item number 4 is escrow analysis document. So what I'm understanding is when I had this loan, obviously there was an escrow account where they would pull money every single month and put a certain sum in this account to pay for my property taxes and my home insurance. So this is a snapshot in time. When I paid the loan off, if there's any funds in that account, they would refund it to me through a check, because now that I paid the loan off, I'm going to have to pay those property taxes on my own. So I think that this is just done by the lender, where they do that analysis of what is left in that escrow account and what needs to be refunded to me if they're not going to pay my taxes anymore and my insurance, because that is now my responsibility, right? So they're going to have to do that and close out that account. So I'm going to have to establish my own sinking fund account, savings account, whatever it is, and put that money into this account, my own individual account, since I no longer have an escrow account. So that's one thing I need to be on the lookout for. So item number 5 is a property deed. Now, I understand this is pretty important, right? So this officially documents that I'm the owner of the property. Is that right? Is that what your understanding is? So that's my understanding, is that this property deed needs to be recorded at the courthouse, and this is formal documentation that I'm the property owner. That's what I understand this to be. Now, somebody had written a comment in my last video about checking with the county to make sure that people don't assign the deed to themselves and take my property without my knowledge. So I'm going to have to make a trip over to the county courthouse to talk to somebody, because I'm going to have to pay my taxes anyway. So I'm going to have to familiarize myself a little bit more with how things are done. I know the county clerk is going to send me the tax bill, right? So I need to pay that. But I need to make sure that I check on that property deed recording, I think, at the courthouse, to make sure that nobody swipes it. I don't understand how thieves do that, but I understand that there's some kind of a quiet way where they do that without your knowledge. And so that's what I was made aware, is that I need to check this from time to time to make sure that the county still has me as the legal property owner. Your thoughts and advice on that would be greatly appreciated. I'm not familiar with most of these things written down here. I was just trying to read up on these topics and make myself familiar with some of these items. And so finally, I understand that I need to be waiting for a certificate of satisfaction. So I don't know if it's an actual certificate. I don't know what this is. Is it some kind of another letter from the lender saying that the loan terms have been fulfilled and satisfied, and they are relinquishing any liens or financial interest in the home? So I don't know. I don't know if this comes from the lender or if this comes from the county clerk. But these are some things that I was reading about. And if you're familiar with any of these, if you can help me understand what some of this is. Maybe some of you have already paid off your loan, your home mortgage loan, and you are familiar with some of these terms. I'll continue to read and research and try to figure out what some of this means. But if you have any advice or tips or any knowledge about what any of this means, I would really greatly appreciate your input and your feedback, because I'm in uncharted territory here. I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong. I am so thrilled, so very excited. I am starting out the new calendar year with no debt, so I'm so super thrilled about that. But again, those are just some things that I wanted to share. I still have my tracker here, so I'm going to frame this and put it up. So that's all I wanted to share today, is a few thoughts about what's next now that I paid off my mortgage loan. So I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves and to others. And I will see you back very soon. I have a paycheck to budget. I think they're going to pay us a little early because of the upcoming holiday, and they need to make sure all those taxes and everything through the calendar year are accurate for W-2 purposes and things like that. So I'll probably be coming on here a little sooner than later to budget that paycheck, the final paycheck of the calendar year. I can't believe it. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I will see you soon. Bye.